I'm gonna get Coach Steph in here. Did I say that right, Coach?
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah, I butchered it the first time. Forgive me, man.
Yeah, that usually happens. So the culture problem I'm having right now is
Yes.
we barely practice. We have a super undersized team that's not confident. I just became the assistant head coach about 3 weeks ago,
Okay.
and it feels like the team is just put together. And the coach, he sent me a playbook. Like he's running a 6-2. It's not your 6-2, but he's
Uh-huh.
running a 6-2, and he doesn't even know the terminology in the playbook.
Oh
And
wow.
it drives me crazy when I'm telling him, like, when we're doing like practice, and I'm running the defense, and he's like, "What are you doing?" When I'm giving him terms that come directly from the playbook he gave me, and he's like, "That's not what it's called." I'm like, "That's what your playbook says." And we just lost 36-0. Half the team quit in game, and we
Oh
had to
wow.
forfeit in the third quarter because were scared of getting hit too hard because the other team was way bigger than us. We're a really undersized team,
Hmm.
and we have a game Saturday, and we didn't practice all week. I told them I was available 3 days this week, and the only day we're gonna practice is Friday, and the game is Saturday.
Oh wow. So y'all got a lot of things going on there. Hold on one sec, Coach. Hey, Coach Ray, I see you down there, brother. You need to connect your mic. So you can be able to be added on. It won't let me add you on until you connect your mic, brother. Wow. Okay. So, Coach, you got a lot going on there. So tell me this. I kind of know it,
And
but
what
for the
makes it
sake of the
worse is
audience.
the coach that I'm coaching with,
Uh
he's the
huh.
president of the team.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can't tell him anything.
Got you. And that's kind of where I was getting to. What's the culture like? Avoiding the X's and O's, right? What is the culture like just when you do have practice? Let's
It's
start
it's
there.
it's kind of all over the place because these kids kind of just got thrown together. They didn't have a summer practice. They didn't have a spring practice, and it's like the 11U and 12U. Their culture is, even though we're 1-1 and they're 0-2, um, their culture is way better than ours.
Hmm.
And when I try to set the tone and tell him I'm available for practice because he's barely available, he's like, "No, we can't practice." So it's like,
Wow.
what am I supposed to do? And then my son is on this 10U team, and I don't want to set all of these kids, including my son, up for failure.
Exactly. I mean, this is the thing, okay? So number one, the most frustrating thing is it's hard to try to change culture if the head coach has set a bad culture and tone and he's very strong-willed and arrogant about it, right? That's number one. Number two, when you talk about practice, right? Like you win games at practice, a lot of guys who watch the show, they already know. I preach this hard. Practice is everything in football, period, because you practice way more than you play games, right? You may practice, a normal practice, right, is what, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, maybe for some. And then you play one game for over the span of, 8 weeks. So you practice way more than you play. I always tell my guys that we work in our, what, off at practice, and then at the game, we're just performing now. We're displaying what we did at practice, right? But if you guys don't even have time to do that, that presents a really big problem. So it's you got a big lack of organization, things of that nature. Um, so what position do they have you in right now, Coach? And Coach Tim, we're gonna get you
I'm
in,
I'm
in here.
I'm kind of just the assistant head coach. I'm on both sides of the ball. This is my first time actually officially listed as a coach. Before then, I'd kind of just come help them with O line and D line, but now I'm the assistant head coach.
Got you. So this is what's going to have to happen. One or two things are going to happen. Number one, if that coach is reluctant to, give power and just somebody who can invest more time into the program and to the kids, the program's going to sink like a ship in terms of wins and losses. And you will lose a lot of people if you're not careful because, like I said, quality people want their kids in a program where they feel like, number one, their kid is safe. Number two, their kid is getting properly developed. And number three, their kid is being competitive and having some success. Yeah, true enough, parents want their kids to win. But even if their kids don't win, they want them at least to be in a competitive program,
See,
where it's
the thing
entertaining
with
and fun to
the
watch.
thing with our team is it's a lot of underprivileged kids. Their parents don't even show up. The parents that do show up care, but 90% of our kids' parents don't show up to the games or practice.
Yeah, yeah. Been there, brother. Totally been there. So let
And
me
then
let me get
here's
coach.
the
Hold
thing.
on,
I
hold on
practice
one
with.
sec, coach. Hold on one sec,
Okay.
coach. Let me get Coach Tim in here real quick. Coach Tim, because this is good because you've been through what he's going through. I've been through what he's going through, right?
Yep.
How did you guys deal with that situation? This is good.
Uh, well, the I mean, similar to the parents, you know, it's either you're going to get with their program or they're going to get with your program, or there's going to become multiple programs. You're going to have to split, and let people make their decision from there. And I will say, when you split from individuals like that, you need to go to the other end of the spectrum as far as organization
Mm-hmm.
to build that program back up. You got to really, invest a lot to build it up when you're coming from such disorganization. You have to change the culture by going to the other end. At least that's what we did,
Mm-hmm.
where, we got very organized and detailed with our practice down to the minute. And some people take that for granted. Even I think we did early on, where we would have ideas, or we would have a broad idea of what we were going to do at practice, but we went to the other end of the spectrum, and the results have shown from that, and the growth in our players has shown from that, because we're able to get so much more done in our practice time, and we're
Mm-hmm.
able to get so many more reps, because we went from working with coaches similar to what you're describing, who didn't want to give that type of effort, to, once we were separate from them, we were able to really go to the other end and organize things, and the fruit is showing. It's immediately showing. That's very unfortunate. I heard you, Coach Steph, mentioning, like, you guys, I mean, it sounds like you guys started way behind the eight ball with, not having any type of workouts before, and then
Yep.
even now you guys aren't having practice time. I mean, you're setting the kids up for failure almost at that point, because you're not really giving them the energy or effort that they're going to need to be their best, or as a team, the team is going to need to be your best. So, I mean, when I'm hearing that, my mind, the first thing I'm thinking of is, you know, you might have to turn around and run from that situation if this guy can't, realize the error in his ways. Because I wouldn't want to waste my coaching, my time in that type of environment, and I wouldn't want my child to be in that type of environment, because that's a lot of opportunity for growth that's being missed out, because of this one person's inability to adapt. But that's
Good.
that's just my thoughts.
Good stuff,
Okay.
Coach Tim. Appreciate you for that. Coach Steph, I'm going to get you on real quick to respond to that. Coach G, I wanted to welcome you in, man, to the pod. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing real good. These poor guys.
I know,
Yeah.
right, man? This is why I love the show, because, I can give my perspective, right, based on my 15 years of experience, but everybody are at different phases of this journey called coaching, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
we're able to really help each other in the grand scheme of things. So hey, Coach Steph, man, you're in a good place, man. We got you, brother. We are not gonna let you fall through the cracks. We
I
got you. We're
appreciate
gonna
it.
help you, man.
I appreciate it. This has been so stressful because it's like our kids don't even know how to tackle properly.
Mm,
And then he
yeah.
complains about missed tackles, but I'm like, you don't practice them enough. And then he gets mad at me when I tell him, I'm like, I was available 3 days this week. You chose to not let them practice not once. Now you're
Wow.
saying only a Friday practice, and Saturday's the game.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm gonna
And
tell you
then
something.
I care about all the kids, but my like son, he's like not athletic or anything, and it's like this is a chance for him to develop. He's 10 years old,
Mhm.
and we're not practicing. So how is he ever gonna get to where I would like him to get to if we're
Right.
not practicing?
Right. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Let me introduce Coach Lowski in the house. How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Coach Beast? How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. Working with it. How about you?
Man, I'm blessed, highly favored, man. I like what you got going on here. I just
Hey,
want to
man.
chime in for a minute.
Cool. So let me give you the question. Give you and Coach G the question again, and I'm gonna get y'all on in a sec, and I'm gonna respond to Coach Steph first. The question was, what's the biggest culture problem you faced with as a youth football coach, or ever faced with your youth football team? So y'all just think about that real quick, and I want to share something with Coach Steph. So Coach, man, I can remember, man, I took over this program years ago. This is way back when, right? And this program had a losing culture, the whole everything, the high school, middle school, just losing, right? And so what I ended up doing was realizing a lot of the kids we had, and I did this for 6 years, 7 years. I took kids out of the hood. Literally, I would have my Toyota Tundra filled up with kids because the parents would not bring them. Parents would be barbecuing, be partying, be doing all kind of stuff. And I just had to be that super coach, right? But what I realized that I had to do as well is I had to filter out the bad apples, right? Sometimes when you're in that situation that you're in, coach, where the head coach not doing what he's doing and all of that stuff, sometimes you got to separate yourself and get out of there. I think Coach Tim mentioned that. Sometimes you got to hit that reboot button. That may mean one or two things for you, okay? Number one, that may mean that you need to find another program, pull your kid, find another program next year, okay? That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, what that may mean is you may need to start your own youth football program. I'm a big advocate of that because if the culture is messed up, let's just say, for example, if this guy decides that, hey, I don't want to coach no more, you take over. If you take over that thing, just understand it's going to take you probably a year or two to change the culture, get the bad apples out, get the people you need in to make that program what it needs to become, right? So I tell coaches all the time, when you're in a program like that, I call these programs viruses. It's like these kind of programs you put kids in, or even you a coach, you go in and it grind you out a little bit, and now you got problems on your hand. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
So I want to encourage you in this regard, and I'm gonna get the other coaches in. I want to encourage you in this regard. Sometimes you have to wash your hands from a program. Take it as a learning lesson, right? And then move on. Take it as a learning lesson, move on, and put your son in a better situation, because the truth is all is not lost. Every time I've had a nightmare season, or been in not been in a bad program, but just dealt with a lot of bad people, usually those people get flushed out, and now I'm able to really build my culture. Okay.